Hello, everyone. Welcome to this exciting webinar in 2026. We're super excited with what we're going to share with you today. First things first, from behalf of our entire team, we'd like to thank you for being a valued customer and for supporting all our apps in the previous year. We want to make 2026 a better year. 2025, we launched only a few products, but we updated many of our previous products, right? We updated Artistly, many versions of it, 6 versions of it so far. We gave you Amazon Book Creator, Publisher, different types of tools that you guys have been requesting. We did a big update to Video Express. You guys asked for better video quality with AI, and we gave you that. Now you can produce really good videos with Video Express. Talking Photos. You asked us for singing videos, and we gave you that. So we've been updating a lot of our different apps without any extra cost to the customer, by the way, right? So that's our number one goal. Our goal is to build this community. Right now, we have 70,000 people plus in our Facebook group, and we have like some 25,000 in our YouTube channel right here, right? So this year, our goal is to go towards that 200,000 people mark in our Facebook group as well, right? So if you have friends, family who are interested in AI apps, would like to take advantage of AI to really maximize their results in 2026, this is the perfect time to bring them in. And our business has grown tenfold in the last year just because of word of mouth, right? Where all other AI apps have been charging you monthly fees, credits, and all that kind of stuff. We have given all our apps for a one-time price, and that to a very affordable one-time price. Nothing extra to pay. You get all the new updates free for whenever we release them, right? We don't charge any extra fees for our existing customers. So that's been a game changer for our business. We like to keep everything very simple, give our apps at the best price possible for our customers, so the word of mouth goes along, and you bring in new customers as well. And we have some amazing affiliate programs as well. This year we're going to focus much more on that, on how you as customer can earn commissions from our products as well. So we're going to do some specific training on that, because a lot of people have been asking us, right? You have these amazing AI apps. Can I promote it to my audience? Can I promote it and earn commissions on that? So you could do that. Like, we have affiliate programs for all of our apps as well. So we're going to do specific training on that. So today we have something really exciting, right? So number one thing you guys asked us were singing AI videos, right? Where the character, a photo, is turned into a singing video that lip syncs your song perfectly and looks like a real singer, right? So a lot of customers have been creating videos and posting it in our Facebook group. Recently, you can go into our Facebook group and really check out all the videos that customers have been sharing. Some of the examples are amazing. Like, we've seen like really good examples shared in our Facebook group, right? So I would like you to go there and check out all the things people have been sharing as well, so you can get idea of what you can create, right? So I always encourage everybody to use the Facebook group as inspiration, right? So if you see what other people are doing, like, what other customers are creating, it becomes really easy for you to visualize what you can achieve by yourself as well. So in our Facebook group, we really have some amazing customers who are sharing videos on a daily basis. They're sharing different kinds of singing videos, dancing videos, and so on, like you see on the screen. You see how this person created amazing dancing videos, 3 different characters doing the same action, right? This was not possible before, and now it's possible with TalkingPhotosAI. We're going to show you exactly how you can replicate something like this and create your own dancing videos. So, many customers ask me, right? So before we even go into the dancing videos, we're going to show you step by step how you can replicate this. But why would you create videos like this, right? Let's say like this customer created it with kids, but like you can create with adults as well. Like you can create with different dancers and so on. Why would you create these kind of videos, right? What is the benefit of it? The first things first is these kind of videos are really trending online, right? They're really going viral on Facebook, TikTok, all these other social platforms right now. So not only can you get a lot of views from these videos, you can grow your YouTube channels, right? So what happens once you grow your YouTube channel? Like, let's say like you post 10 videos, 15 videos that you can create in minutes with TalkingPhotosAI, share it on your social media platforms, and then create these dancing videos, right? Like, even with animals, like it's possible like to create dancing videos. See how this customer created like this with an animal. And this is possible with TalkingPhotosAI, right? So you can create that as well. So the benefit of creating these videos is rapid growth. So how I want you to look at it is like, initially you create these videos, post these videos on social media, get that rapid growth, grow your channel, and really then you can branch out to like different content and so on, right? But the initial push, like where YouTube or any other platform, if you get really good subscribers, your videos are pushed more to like other people and so on. So you can create other different styles of video. So first thing is monetization of your channel, right? So to get monetized on YouTube, you need certain amount of views, you need certain amount of watch hours. So people are really confused. What type of content do I really post on YouTube to get through that initial hurdle, and how to get my channel monetized, right? So this kind of viral dancing videos is something you can do to like really grow your channel. Like, this singing style videos where, you can turn a photo into a singing video and so on. So these kind of videos are really, really powerful in growing your channel, like, where you can have like animals sing and so on. So that's a beautiful part of it. Get your channel monetized first, and then you can think about like what other types of content you can post, how you can grow that channel. So every video you post after you get monetized is going to pay you money, right? So ultimately, as marketers, for us, all of us, it's the goal is to use AI to make money. Why did you purchase our apps? Why do we do training on a weekly basis? Every week we come here and we do training on different concepts, different apps, how you can utilize our products and so on, right? So we do that so you can make money through our application. And that's been a game changer for our business as well. So one lesson that we learned this year, specifically in 2025, we started weekly training videos where someone from our team is going to come in and show our different apps. We're going to show our features, how you can utilize those features, how you can make use of our apps to get the best results possible, how you can monetize your YouTube channels and so on, right? So that's been a game changer, because like that gave customers really understand what the applications can do, the power of the applications, and really how to use those applications as well, right? So that helped us grow our audience, get more customers. When we educate our customers, they really love like what they can achieve with the application as well. And it gives us really good ideas to make improvements in our apps as well. So that's been working really, really well for us. So if you have a business, you can model after these ideas. That's why I'm sharing you some good ideas that really worked for us in 2025, right? So moving forward, our goal is to really educate our customers, to really make sure they understand what our apps can achieve, and to help them make money with the AI applications that they purchase from us, right? So today we're going to talk about singing, dancing videos, just like the ones people have been sharing on Facebook. And these are all images, by the way, turned into like singing and dancing videos and so on. So you see how like they made an animal sing here. So these are like really, really viral ideas that go crazy on social media, right? So perfect way to boost your channel, perfect way to really get subscribers and so on. So let's look at some examples right here, right? So we'll look at some examples right now in YouTube, and then we'll learn how to replicate them in TalkingPhotos.ai, so you can go about creating those videos faster than ever before. And with every other app out there, like, it can be Kling, it can be any other expensive app out there, all of them charge you a monthly fee, right? And with TalkingPhotosAI, the beauty is there's no monthly fees, no credits, nothing like that. So you can literally go into the app and you can create like amazing videos, like dancing videos, like you see, I just created this today. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to replicate this. You can turn an image into a lively, singing and dancing video, right? Like this, right? So there are several examples we have to share with you today. And if you see like this fox right here, we made it sing. So Ali is going to show you how to do the singing video with like animal characters and so on. I'm going to focus more on the dancing part of the thing. And I have a surprise for you at the end where I'm going to show you something really, really interesting. Okay. So that's going to be a very interesting part of it. So before we go there, let's look at like YouTube channel, right? Like I just searched for AI animal dance videos. Why do we do this? Like, I recommend whatever style of video you're trying to create, always do research on it, right? So you need to know what kind of videos are converting, what kind of, videos are becoming really popular, so you can replicate and get the best results. And these are not just with dancing videos and so on. You can do that for singing videos. You can do that for, any historical videos that you want to create, any AI videos that you want to create. You can use this model for literally everything. And this is how I do my research, and it takes just a few minutes. So I wanted to show you like exactly how I do my research, right? So today the topic is how to create dancing videos, right? So what I did, I just went here and I just searched for AI dance, animal dance videos, right? So then I go into like, and I check some shorts. Shorts, why do I check this shorts section, right? Because this is the easiest way to like really get an idea without wasting too much time. Because majority of the shorts are less than 30 seconds long, right? You can really see what people are doing. Like you see how the cats are dancing right here. You can see like 10 million views right here. You know exactly like this kind of image works. Like, these kind of images like are really converting right now. For example, this dog dancing, right? You see that video right there? You see 6.1 million views. This is working right now. So without wasting any time, exactly like if I create a video like this kind of video already got results. So I can take this kind of video, create a similar video with AI, and I can expect certain different types of results like this with my videos as well. They say, right, model after something that's already working rather than recreating the whole circle, right? So look at this one, right? Like this is like, an interesting viral style video, 13 million views right here. So, something like this is working. You see here like a panda dancing, like, a sheep and all that stuff. So there's a lot of examples here. So you can get some ideas out of this, like what kind of videos are converting, right? So then I searched for viral AI dance. Okay, I searched for animal dance here, like viral AI dance. So if I go down here, you can see like different styles of videos people have created, and those are getting like millions of views as well. Like you see 1.3 million views right here for a baby dancing style video. And you see this video right here, it's 3.2 million views right here, this baby dancing right here. So we're going to recreate this video. We're going to see exactly how we can recreate this exact video. And I'm going to show you an example of this as well. Like you see this girl right here, 4.9 million views. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to recreate that video as well. Okay. So let's get started. So first things first, let's go into the Talking Photos app right here, right? So there's different options right here. So there is a singing video option. So if you go into the singing option, you can, for the first time ever, by the way, and this is a brand new thing in AI, right? Before, AI could never play a musical instrument. You could only lip sync the audio of your song, right? Now with this, you can have AI play a musical instrument as well when you select this option. So you can select this option and you can create a girl holding a guitar or playing a guitar or whatever, and give it any song and it will lip sync it as well as sing it, with AI voice and so on. So we're going to show you how to do that. So the normal version right here gives you a full body image of that person singing, right, while playing the guitar and so on. And if you pick this close-up version, it focuses more on the lip sync. So your lip sync is of super high quality as well. So you can pick whatever option you want. There's labels here, high quality, normal, fast, and all that kind of stuff, right? So then here, this is the replicate motion. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we're going to use today to create these kind of videos, right? So let's get into it. So replicate motion, there's humans videos, there's 2D videos, animal videos, and so on. So you can explore in the app. There's various different types of video styles that you can create, right? And Ali is going to go over like each and every section, show you like the complete UI and so on. So the replicate motion option, let's look at it. So there's a speaking option, and then there's a dancing option, right? So this is the best next generation AI dance engine that you can really use right now to really create dance videos, right? So let's say I want to create, let's see here, that video that we picked, right? Let's say we want to recreate this baby dance video right here, like of this baby, right? So how I generally do it, I just take a screenshot of this, right? I just take a screenshot of this, and then I either come to ChatGPT and see how I put that image right here. And I say, okay, recreate this image, find another similar style of dressing for the baby, must be viral worthy. So you see how from a cabbage boy, he became like a broccoli boy, like right here. ChatGPT gave me this image. I can just download it, and I can just put it into TalkingPhotosAI and create a dance video with this. So let's look at it, right? So that's one way of doing it. So let's follow that method, okay? So I pick the aspect ratio. Now, since I want to create a reel, I'm going to pick the reel format and create a new character right here, okay? And then here in the consistent character tab, this is something really unique, right? Here you can write whatever you want. You can say, check the male filter or the female filter. You can select from here. And then you can write a prompt if you want to create an image from scratch. That is possible. If you want to use an existing image, right, you can upload an image into the consistent character section. So let's choose that, okay? I'll go into my folder that I already uploaded the baby image. You see how it says ChatGPT image? I just got this from ChatGPT, right? So I'll just select this image, and then I'll select it. So here I can say recreate this image. So I can say recreate this image or whatever, and so on. So some people asked us, like, why can't I just upload this image and create the dancing video? Why do I have to recreate it every single time, right? So, you know, we are turning a photo into a dancing video, right? So it's very, very important to give AI the best image possible so it can recreate the best output for you. So you don't want something like, you know, for example, I uploaded a high quality image right now, but like majority of, you know, people, when they upload like a lower quality image or like a blurry image and so on. So AI really gets confused, like, you know, how to create that dancing style video. If you say recreate this in the app itself, it will go over, it will copy that image to its best ability, like 99% match or 95% match or whatever, like that. And it will create a fresh image for you that looks very similar. And then it will create that dancing video. It will create it in the perfect dimensions, the perfect quality required for AI to create the dance video. Okay, so it didn't do a good job right here. So this is a good example for us, right? So here we put the female, right? So maybe it got confused right here. So recreate this. We can recreate this again. Okay, so let's do it. So the best part about TalkingPhotos.ai is that you can create as many images as you like, right? So you don't have to worry about, like, you know, credits or anything like that. With other apps, if I made the same mistake, like, you know, it made that mistake right there, right? So if that mistake happened, I couldn't do anything, right? I couldn't go back, and I had to use more credits to create that image. Now I can create, just go back and recreate that image until I'm satisfied, right? So that's the beauty of TalkingPhotos.ai, where you don't have to worry about credits or anything like that. So so let's look at it. Let's wait for that image to be generated, okay? So we're already, while we're waiting for that, I'll show you the output that I created, okay? So this is the thing I just created 22 minutes ago. You see, just before this webinar, I created this image by uploading that image, right? So let's look at that output right there. So look at that, right? So it created that image. If you look at that image I created in ChatGPT, it's very similar to the what the output we have here. So look at that. Now I went back to that screen where it created that image. You see how it recreated this image, and it did an excellent job right here. It changed the background, but you can say replicate this with the same background. You can test different prompts, right? I'm keeping this very, 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 very simple for this tutorial so everybody understands it. I wanted to make that mistake so you understand that mistakes do happen with AI. you can go ahead and recreate the image as many times as you want to get the perfect output. Okay, now that we created the image, now we are satisfied with this image. It looks pretty close to this, right? You never want to use like the very similar image to what is in the original, right? Like you could do that, but like, you know, I personally like, if I'm taking an image from somewhere and recreating it, I kind of like to change it a little bit, right? So I went in and I changed the background a little bit, and I'm okay with that because it's a unique variation of it. It becomes my work now, like, right? So I go next, and here I say replicate action, right? Now here into this box right here, you have to upload a video of some kind of dancing video that you can get from online, right? You can get it from TikTok, you can get it from YouTube, you can get it from any other source that you want. Just a simple dancing video, something similar to this one, right? Like, let's look at this. So this is the original video that I took, okay? Okay, that's an AI generated dance video that I took from YouTube. Like, you know, I just downloaded it from somewhere, right? So you can get like a source clip like that and upload it in right here into the section where it says replicate, right? So let's look at the videos I created using that. So let's look at the... Okay, now this is the replicated video. Okay, now let's look at another example that I created using the same source video, right? Okay, so perfect, right? So in a few minutes, we could make a video. Like you see, all these videos were created by TalkingPhotosAI, right? I created it just 30 minutes ago right here, right before the call. I didn't want to waste your time, so I wanted to make it super simple and easy to create, right? I created several different variations as well. Okay, so now we saw that, you know, this Cabbage Boy already got like 3.2 million views, right? And now we created something really, really similar, like right here. You see how that video was created? Now, don't you think if that original video got 3.4 million views, don't you think like this video will get traction on YouTube, right? So this is an easy way to get your channel monetized fast, right? So let's look at this girl video right here. So even that, I got it from like right here. You see 4.9 million views. Already we know something similar style of video got like views. People are interested in this kind of content, right? So we know that these kind of videos are working well. So I went ahead and I recreated an image in ChatGPT again. You see, I'll show you here. I was doing some experiments right here in the morning, but you see this image. I just took a screenshot from YouTube right here. I just took a screenshot of this, uploaded it into ChatGPT, recreate this, change your address to something more unique in a different color. That's all I said. Like create a unique variation of this. You can even say change their face. You can even say put them in like a certain different background, put her on a stage, or anything like that. You can really go with your imagination, right? So I just took that image. I downloaded this image, uploaded it into TalkingPhotos.ai, and I just where I generate the character, I generated it again, right? So here, let's look at what's happening. So I'll go into my folder again where I uploaded that source file. You see this source file that we were talking about. So I select that, and then I click next, and then let's say baby live. Since I'm creating this live, right? We'll look at this example right after it's generated, okay? So it's as simple as that. Did you see how it took me like 5 minutes, like less than 5 minutes, let's say. It'll take some time to render, but it's gonna be created in a few minutes, right? So like just like that, I created all these videos in the morning. So the beauty of it is like you really don't have to work really hard on it. It's like you see what's working and you copy it, right? So AI makes that possible with that replicate motion option. So now you can even add your own song to your, you don't have to use the original song that comes with the video. You can add your own song, by the way. Okay. So I do that in ChatGPT as well, which is very interesting, right? You can bring your own song, you can create an instrumental with like clonewatch.ai. Ali is going to go into more detail in that, how to create the music if you want to create it. But what I do is like when I come here, I just say like, create like a instrumental song prompt for this image. So it's gonna read the image and it's gonna create like the perfect song or an instrumental music for this particular image. So it's going to give me a song prompt. I can just take it and paste it into like, any app of your choice. You can paste it into Suno. You can paste it into clonevoice.ai to create the music for this video, this particular video, right? So that's the beauty of that. You can have your own songs as well. So you don't have to use the original song that came from the original music video. So these are just really, really quick examples I wanted to show you so that you can see what's possible, right? Now you can go wild with your imagination. You can like really take this a next step. You can even change the baby to a red color suit, or, you can do whatever you want. Like you can do different things, right? So the possibilities are truly endless at the moment, right? So let's look at some more examples, right? So let's look at that singing thing here, like right here. So let's look at some examples. Okay, so here you can do the same thing, and then if you want to create a reel, right, let's create a reel. So here I created some images already, but you can say like a girl holding a guitar or whatever the case is, right? So here, if you can see, I created some in ChatGPT, right? Like you see some of the images that I already uploaded here. You can see all of them are saying ChatGPT here. So I really like to, if you're doing like really for YouTube or whatever, like I like to bring in images that are specific to like, holding a guitar or holding like some kind of violin or some kind of thing like that. Here she's playing a piano and so on. Here is a fantasy character that I created and so on. So if I choose this image and then I say recreate this, right? Generate. Okay, now I'm showing you with like an existing image to save time, but Ali is going to go into detail and is going to show you how to do the prompting for this one. If you want to create an image right within the app without using ChatGPT, you can do that. It's really easy and simple to do. So I'm just showing you here so that you can recreate it. See, look at my sample image right here and look at the image that it created, right? Perfect. Now let's look at a video that was created using this. Ali, can you upload that video that we created for this one into that StreamYard so we can show a demo of that? Yeah, so we're going to show it in a little while, but you see some examples that we already created here. So maybe I can show it here. So this is an example I created 7 days ago. So same image, look at this. Exact same image. I recreate this simple prompt, and then you look at the video that it created right here. Yeah, so you can create, you see how she's playing the violin? This is a simple image that I uploaded. It's not even like a video or anything like that. I didn't give it any reference video or anything like that. When you're using a singing, create video, singing video option, you don't have to create any reference. You just give it music and it's gonna do its best to play the violin. You see that? You see how she's blinking her eyes, head movement, hand movement. You see how she's holding the violin? It's like a professional violinist would hold the violin, right? So that's the beauty of it. So here, once again, you see another image that I have right here. She's playing the guitar. In just a minute, I'm going to upload these examples so you can listen to them with audio. But I'm just going to show you what's possible right here. 7 days ago, again, I created this one, right? Look at this. So interesting, here is a K-pop song I created. Look at this. The best part is now that AI can play instruments, it changes the game, right? Before, you could only lip sync, right? Like the problem with lip sync was like, You could lip sync it. It looks natural, but like, there was some problems. Now with them playing the guitar or the piano or whatever the case is, it looks super natural now. It looks like really like it was taken from like a concert or something like that. So it lip syncs as well as plays the guitar right there. So that's the beauty of it. So you see all of these, I created them in the app itself. So look at this. So let's look at this one. So I tested the close-up option for this fantasy character. Like you see, I showed you the fantasy character here, right? Like that I got from ChatGPT. Look here. See, look at that ChatGPT image right here. See that? So with this image, I created this video. Look at this.
Yep, so that violin videos are uploaded.
Okay, one second. Thank you. Yeah, you see how that lips are moving here, the eyes are moving, and everything, it looks so natural here. So you can do that. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Morning breaks on my window, golden dust on the kitchen floor. Kettle sings like a blessing, I'm not empty anymore. Used to carry my worries like a stone in a paper bag. Every step felt heavy, every sunrise came and dragged. There's a river in my heart now, flowing steady, flowing strong, washes over all my sorrow, turns it into a simple song. Lift my hands, I feel the blessing, every tear a brand new start. I was thirsty in the desert, now there's a river in my heart.
So that's the beauty of it. Now, so look at this, right? The fantasy animal characters. This is a feature we have as well because a lot of people always request animal videos, right? So you could do that as well. Like, look at this, like a person from our team created this example, right? Now animals are getting really, really better. Like you see that fox example we showed, right? Let's look at that example right here. Yeah. You look at this, right? Now you can create images like this and make them sing. Like a lot of people requested us to like have like these. Ali, can you upload this example as well? I think we have it, yeah. Let's look. Let me show you that example.
Used to drive these roads alone at night. Felt like something always wasn't right. Just waiting to fix these broken parts. A quiet rumble in both our hearts. But I finally know what real feels like. You're the peace at the end of every fight. True love found me when I looked in your eyes. My prettiest answer beneath these skies.
Right? So now let's look at these videos again in YouTube. I wanted to show you something really interesting. So if you look at like AI baby videos or something like that. There are several channels that create like cartoon style videos, just like this fox and so on. Like, you see the kitten here. There are like different styles of videos that have like millions of views, like millions of views. Like now imagine if you upload a video like this with an
Used to drive these roads alone at night. Felt like something always wasn't right. Just waiting to fix these broken parts.
video. So that's the beauty of it, right? So Ali, just put some more song examples from that folder as well. We'll show some examples right here. Okay. Now it's as simple as doing this. Like, let's look at this demo right here.
A path of moss beneath my feet. Twilight whispers where shadows meet. A willow bows, her arms outstretched. Silver threads in the quiet stretch. A river hums where the starlight falls. I was dust, I was broken. Shadows claim my name. In the silence I was choking, but I burned through the flames. The dawn hums low, a quiet spark. Shadows sleep, they leave their mark. A rhythm waits, it pulls. Silver whispers through the sky. Moonlight dances soft and shy. Dreams. Soft winds carry secrets high through the velvet of the sky. Moonlight paints the sun spills gold through the trees. A quiet song, right?
So that's the beauty of it, right? Like, let's look at it here. Okay. So here, if you see, like the examples that I just showed you, isn't that beautiful that the lips move and the action is very unique for each video, right? It's not like we're using them stock actions for every single video looks the same. It's not like that. It's like every single video has a unique action. Like if she's holding a violin, she's playing a violin. If she's holding a guitar, she's playing a guitar. Like, if the person is singing, they're moving their hands. The action is very unique for each video. So that's the beauty of it, right? Like you don't have to worry about like, your video looking like someone else's video. You can make sure that every video that AI generates is unique. And what is the best part right here? Okay, to create a video like this, you need a lot of credits. I think it costs you like $3 or $4 or $5 per video or even more in other applications, right? And then they can't even do longer videos. With TalkingPhotos.ai, right here, when you're creating a singing video, you can create up to 3.5 minutes long video, right? So literally a singing video, 3.5 minutes, you go ahead and you create it in any other app out there, and you see how many credits it's going to charge you. And if you're not satisfied with the output, let's say like the lips are moving, like, AI is not perfect, right? Everybody nitpicks certain things. Okay, my hand is not moving correctly, like hand is moving too fast, or like the lips are moving in certain places and so on. Every AI is the same. If you go to Google Veo, you go to Sora, you go to any other application right now, take this as a homework for today. You try to replicate the same thing we created here with an image, and you see the different complications. Every single app has some problem or the other creating these kind of videos, right? But the best part is, with all those apps, you need to pay like $5, $6, $10 per video to create this kind of video, and they won't even create like 3-minute video for you, right? With TalkingPhotosAI, you can create unlimited videos like this, unlimited, okay? You can go ahead and if you're not satisfied with the output, go tweak the prompt, go create a different song. Generally the output is not good if the song has like really loud music in the background singers, or something that's causing the AI to get confused. So the vocal has to be really strong, right? So whatever the person who's singing it, that vocal has to be strong. So when you're giving a prompt to the song generator, like Suno or CloneVoice.ai, you need to mention that the vocal needs to be prominent, and the background music should not be loud or something like that. Find the best balance. Like once you create 10 songs, right? Like you're gonna be a super pro at it. You can create like 10, 15, songs per day, right? Like just let's look at the my videos right here. Just today I created like some 5-6 videos. Just 3 hours ago, you see how many videos I'm creating right here. And you look at this, right? Like this music video, 7 days ago, I created all these within like a few minutes, like literally 5 videos I created within a few minutes, right? So you could do that with TalkingPhotosAI, and there's no other app out there that allows you to create long videos and with this length, right? So that's the beauty of it. Now let's look at the other examples right here. So now with this human video example, right, you can do pretty much the same thing what I showed you. When I generate a character, I can bring in like a character and I can recreate it. And just like the replicate motion feature right here, I can select the speaking option and I can recreate different characters saying the same different thing. Let's look at an example of this, right? Like the replicate motion for speaking. Let's look at this example right here.
With Talking Photos AI, you can instantly transform any image into a realistic talking, singing, or dancing video within minutes. Simply upload an image or create one using AI, then upload your audio or select from our built-in AI voice library. In seconds, generate a stunning human-like video with natural movements, perfect lip sync, expressive facial animations, and realistic eye blinks.
How cool was that? So you just have one, reference video, like the original video that I had there, and you can create multiple different images, like where you generate a character, right? You can say like, generate a character like avatar, like, a female avatar with blue skin or whatever, and create a robot with a human body and a female face or whatever, right? Like I did right here. Let's look at that example right again.
With Talking Photos AI, you can instantly transform any image into a realistic talking, singing, or dancing video within minutes. Simply upload an image or create one using AI, then upload your audio or select from our built-in AI voice library. In seconds, generate a stunning human-like video with natural movements, perfect lip sync, expressive facial animations, and realistic eye blinks.
And you see there's another interesting feature right here. So when I go to replicate motion, right? So I go through all the steps just to show you right here, choose motion. You see the swap option right here? When it says replicate, it's going to replicate the exact character you generate here, right? So for example, we generated a baby character with that broccoli thing, and it generated the baby in a red background, right? So with the replicate feature, it's going to make the baby dance in a red background, right? Now with the swap feature, it's going to take the exact same background as your original source video, and it's going to replace the character. So let's look at an example and talk more about it, okay? This is a swap function, okay? So let's look
With
at
Talking Photos AI, you can turn any image into a realistic talking, singing, and dancing video in minutes. Upload an image or create one with AI. Upload your audio or choose from our AI voice library.
You see that? There, in that particular example, the background didn't change. So the original video's background is maintained, but only the character is changed, right? So let's look at it again.
With Talking Photos AI, you can turn any image into a realistic talking, singing, and dancing video in minutes. Upload an image or create one with AI. Upload your audio or choose from our AI voice library.
So there are several different examples what you can do with replicate, right? So let's look at another option for replicate.
With Talking Photos AI, you can turn any image into a realistic talking, singing, and dancing video in minutes. Upload an image or create one with AI. Upload your audio or choose from our AI voice library and instantly.
Now there are literally no boundaries, right? You can just record a video from your camera, your phone, or whatever. You can have your spouse hold the camera and do an action and literally have a virtual AI character replicate those motions, right? It's as beautiful as that. It just gets mind blowing, right? Like what's possible with AI right now. You can use the replicate function to replicate yourself and have a virtual character replicate your motions. So it's as beautiful as that. Let's look at one more example of this replicate feature. And then I'm going to pass it on to Ali, who's going to take you through all these features, show you step by step how to do prompting, how to get the best output, how to, create the best videos possible. Just live on this call today, we were able to like see so many different examples, create different examples, right? I'm going to be back in a little while and I have a big surprise for you. So I'm going to show you that as well. But let's look at this sample video we just created 18 minutes ago live. I told you I'm going to show you the result that's going to be generated, right? So let's look at it. You see that? Like right in front of you live, I was able to create this just from an image reference. We took a screenshot. Let's go back to that and let's look at it. Where was that example right there? Okay, I couldn't find it now. I changed the screen, but like you remember, we got like a photo from YouTube. We just took a screenshot. You see that? I just took a screenshot from here. Recreate this image. Find a similar style dressing for the baby. Must be viral worthy. You see, it created me this image. I just uploaded that into Talking Photos in the constant character feature, and it generated a new image for me. And then I created this video right in front of your eyes, okay? So you see there are two different versions of this baby right here. So you can literally change the background. You can literally change the background. If you notice that, you see this baby has a different background, this baby has a different background. So you can literally change the background and have create multiple different dance variations, right? So that's the beauty of it. So you see how we created this baby as well. So you can have adults singing, dancing, whatever the case is. Like you can have them talking and so on. So this is one of our test accounts. So we keep testing new features and so on before we release it to the public. But all the features that I showed you right now are available for you right now to log into Talking Photos and make use of it right now. So before I pass it on to Ali, I just wanted to show you something, right? Let's just go to Talking Photos website, right? So if you go here, we did a year-end sale where we gave away 15% off. That's already on a one-time price, no credits, no upsells, nothing like that, right? Like just a single payment. You see, the price is $97. But like if you use the holiday 15 coupon on the checkout, like let's go here and let's put holiday 15. Okay, apply. You see how the discount is applied, 15% discount right there. So this is a year-end discount that we were running. And a lot of people asked us, we were on holiday, we were on vacation. Can you extend it for a little while for us? We got so many. So we decided to extend it for 3 more days, okay? So if you want to get your hands on Talking Photos, create beautiful dance videos, singing videos, like the examples I showed you, now is the perfect time, right? So you can go ahead and you can get Talking Photos for a single one-time payment. There's no monthly fees, no credits, nothing like that. And you can get it for like a one-time payment right here and start creating unlimited videos and so on, okay? So let me show you one more example here, right? So
The moon, a pearl in the velvet sky. A shadow dances, her gown floats high. Echoes linger where the roses die. Whispered petals fall
You see the lip sync there, you see the hand movements there, you see her eyes, her face, the way it moves. It's just beautiful, right? So you can literally create videos like this within a few minutes in TalkingPhotosAI, right? So create video option, and there's so many different features you can use, right? So before I'll leave you right here, I'll pass it on to Ali, and I'll come back in the video, and I'm going to show you some more cool things that we're doing, right? So just this demo I wanted to show you. So the sequence to create dancing videos really easily and simply using the replicate motion option, right? So that's the beauty of it. Go to TalkingPhotosAI right now and start creating your videos. It's a one-time price, and by the way, this 15% discount, we didn't offer it all year, and now you're getting the 15% discount. It's not going to be there after the timer hits 0, right? So we extended it specifically because people were requesting us to extend the deal. So we extended it for 3 more days. So that's all we have. And after that, it'll go back to regular pricing, right? So if you want to take advantage of this offer right now, you can do that. Go to TalkingPhotos.ai and then get the deal right now, okay? So Ali, you can take over from here, show them the full overview of the app, and I'll be chiming in the middle, okay?
Sure. Okay. All right.
So do I need to remove my screen?
Testing. Is that? Are we back? Is that working? Yeah. Okay. Great. So what I'll do, I'll switch over. So look. There we go. So thank you very much for that, Sid. Much appreciated. So Sid will be returning. But in the meantime, what we'll do, Sid has gone and shown us powerful features, but we're going a little bit more detail because I could see in the comment section a lot of people are just arriving a little bit late, and they would like to see kind of a walkthrough, as it were. So let's have a look at doing that. So first of all, anyone using Talking Photos for the very first time, a lot of people do ask, where do I start? Now, obviously, you're going to watch this video here, but just up here to the top right, you're going to have tutorials link. So I always say, or we always advise you, please go to the tutorial section, and you'll see a nice complete walkthrough how to use all of the features. And they're very straight to the point, and you'll get the gist of it. Now, what you'll see, some of the updates when it comes to version 3 are highlighted by V3, okay? Now, there have been other updates, and other updates are coming, but I'm going to walk you through each one individually. Now, also, one key thing to highlight, we have replicate motion, which entails a level of dancing, as you can imagine. Now, some of you may think, what's the difference between singing and dancing video and replicate motion? Now, singing and dancing video, if we go into it, you can change the background, you can make adjustments, but the key here is that it's the kind of preset dancers and faces or presenters that you can't really change, okay? However, with the ability of replicate motion, you can change the characters, you can customize them, and you can do a whole lot of customization when it comes to it. So we ideally, this will be updated at some later point, but if you really want to have that full customization ability, you don't want to use presets as you have here, then yes, replicate motion is going to be the one, okay? Secondly, human video, as you can see, you probably already can see, it's going to be human related videos, 2D to 3D cartoon style videos, and we've got fantasy animal videos. You can imagine just a hybrid of both human and animal, etc., etc. Now, before we jump in, then I will go through the walkthrough. As you come in for the first time, let's have a very quick overview. We've got create video, where you saw the option pop up. We've got my videos, all the videos that you created and rendered, where you can play, download, copy. Okay, you've got the merge tool. So each video or videos, you can see there's a capacity up to 3.5 minutes, right? You can record those videos up to 3.5 minutes, you'll see. But in totality, what you can do, you can make separate clips where just imagine now, if I was going to create a talking video, speaker video, I could make a video of a speaking video, and then it could transition into the same consistent character of them dancing. Okay, and then it could go back into them singing. And in order to make those separate clips, you would make those separate clips, and you would simply then merge all those videos, and you just clip one by one. Okay, and you can make a long style video with any editing whatsoever on some long complicated video editor. You don't need to, unless you want to. You can. There's Video Express for that. that you could use, but it's very simple, and you just select next and it'll merge all of them. Okay, so let's just say 3-part viral series. Okay, and merge videos. It's as easy as that. That's it. Other tools you would imagine, we've got Resize video. So imagine social media. If you want to take that one video that you have, let's just say we have this video here, select it, you can see all the different dimensions. Perfect for all social media, as you can imagine, with this Facebook, Instagram, Reels, TikTok, etc., what you would need. And then you can add watermarks, subtitles, replacing the background. So if you already got a video that's done, you want to replace it, you can do all of that. And another key thing that is always going to be important, can I upload my own media? How do I upload my own media? Just imagine if you're doing this for yourselves or client projects, you could actually create these folders. And then once you create a folder, just by simply selecting here, add folder, put a title, and then you would simply select upload file and drag and drop, or click the button and it will go to your desktop. Okay, very simple. I know many of you probably will know it, but for those that don't know, it's very quickly to set up and go. Okay, so let's now start off with the magic. Okay, let's go ahead and start working on a video. So as you come in for the first time, as I mentioned, one of the highest demands was to get singing videos and try to get as accurate as possible the level of lip sync. Now, AI is not always going to be perfect. It doesn't matter what AI you're going to use. However, with even this version, it is vastly improved. When you saw a lot of the examples demonstration, it has come very far indeed. Okay, now to explain the styles, as you can tell, is self-explanatory. However, one of them, or these two here, okay, one of them is called close-up high quality. One of them is close-up fast. Now, the fast one, as you can imagine, it's going to focus more on rendering speed, and it may see a reduction in quality. However, if you are going to use the close-up with high quality, you'll spend more time rendering, and it will give you much higher production value in terms of the quality. However, these shots here, both of these will be close-up shots. So if you have a full image, it will essentially have head to shoulders, opposed to the very last one that was mentioned, that this will allow you to have full style or full-bodied characters that can actually play instruments. And I know that they're showing, she's obviously, it's a thumbnail, she's got a guitar, but you're not just confined to a guitar. You can actually apply any instrument to the subject you are going to use. Okay, so hopefully, you know, if you have somebody that you want, maybe you play a flute. Okay, flute, guitar, violin, piano, I don't know, trombone, trumpet. I don't know my instruments anymore, but you get the gist of it. Now, for this example, if we're doing this for the first time, let's have a look. Okay, let's go for the close-up. Now, once we do the close-up, here's another key thing that sometimes you may make a mistake on, because when you're creating these videos and you come to the aspect ratio, okay, especially when I show you this will be more on replicate motion, but when you come to it and you're choosing your motion on this particular one, that the video that you upload, let's just say if you've got a video that you uploaded to YouTube opposed to a TikTok video, one dimension is 16:9 and the other is mobile responsive 9:16. So that file has to be similar to the aspect ratio you choose. So for example, if I'm using this video here 16:9, my video that I'm going to be modeling and using has to be the same size. If you don't, you'll have an error. And don't panic, we'll get to that in just a moment. However, let's go back to singing. Let's come to this 3.5. Let's go for a singer. Let's go for a mobile responsive. And remember, another key thing is that when you create a character for the first time, let's just say I'm creating a new character, and I go through the motions of male or female, human, 3D, or animal, and I enter the prompt and I create it, and I render the video. Once a video is rendered, if you want to speed up the process, because this is another, I guess, secret, when you then want to recreate, can we import our own video emoji? Yes, of course you can. Let me just get that off. So when you put this video up now and you're creating it, the key here is that once you've created a video, initially that first video that you create may take a bit longer for the AI to create all the video, you know, construct all of the dynamics, etc., etc. However, then when you create, if you're going to recreate and model the same style character, you can select choose previous character, and what will happen, you'll see a much faster difference in production value when it comes to those characters. So imagine you have that one subject and you want to recreate them in different scenes, playing different instruments in different environments, different promptings, different consistency of different clothing, etc., etc. Then you can actually just select that character and you'll see a much faster process. But of course, if you're starting from the first time, we will select create new character. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, select male or female. Like I said, you can select a human character, a 3D character, or an animal character. So think of 3D as like Pixar style. You can have animal, as you can imagine, animal style character. So what I've done, you can test this out later if you want. I put some prompts together. Okay, so there's some prompts, and another key thing is you can always come to ChatGPT and you can ask it to create you prompts. Very easy, very simple, and it will act like your assistant. So let's go back here. So let's just do a quick test. Okay, a female on the beach. Now the key here is it's ideal that the better prompt, the more specifics you give, again you've got AI for this, the better result you'll get in terms of the image generation. That's one of the key things. If you're vague, then obviously AI will try to fill in the gaps. It does a pretty good job. However, it's just better to be more specific in the outcome that you're looking for. Otherwise, you may be a little bit upset. However, let's just go to a female on the beach. Now, I'm going to generate that as is. However, what you can do later, once it's generated, you can actually just use consistent character. So imagine if you want consistency throughout your videos, then you can have a different character. So you've got a female on the beach. You can see female in the park. And another key thing is, I'll tell you another good tip. If you see an image that's being created, select the download. You can actually keep that image as a reference image, and you can always upload it to your media library. If you then want to later on create those consistent characters, you can have that image and use. And even if you've got other apps like Video Express, you can actually take the images over there and repurpose if you want to create other types of characters, or use the same characters or other types of videos. So now if I go to choose media library, and what I do, I can now go and upload. Oh, let's have a look. Go to upload. And I'm going to explain why. So if I went to go and recreate the female, right, let me show you what I mean. So here you can see female in the park. Now, if I'm not happy with this, I can go recreate it. However, if I'm happy with the face and I want to recreate this character in a different environment, maybe different clothing, then I would simply repurpose that image like I showed you. I uploaded it. I come here, look, here's our character, select, and then a female in the park. And then we go generate. So that's another good strategy that you can employ if you have an image, maybe a face that you like, that you want to recreate in a different dynamic, different environment, or different place, location, maybe age, range, whatever it may be. That's a good rule that you could use to always keep a copy of the reference image, whether you're doing this for personal or personal or client project. As you can see, our character is now in the park. Okay, female in the park, wearing a coat, and regenerate. So we can start customizing clothing. Maybe you want to add some customization to maybe the hair. If it was a man, obviously a beard, maybe the eyebrows, the eye line, any kind of customization you can do. And check this out. Now she's in the park wearing a coat. So you can really enhance the outcome that you're looking for by using the consistency. It's very accurate. So remember, that's a really good rule of thumb. If you like a character, make sure you keep that model image. However, if you see any image online that you like and you think, you know, this is a really good image that I would like to reference, take a screen capture. And sometimes even if it has text, it's not a problem. We can say recreate this image. Okay. Now, if you wanted a more specific prompt around this character, what you can do is, if I go to ChatGPT and I put in the image, okay, can you give me the exact prompt for this female, and put a office style clothing on her. So like Sid mentioned, very important point, that sometimes, you know, if you see something that you like, maybe a video character, etc., etc. What you don't want to do is have any kind of infringement or anything like that. We can recreate that character, but we can make it our own, unique, and where we will essentially have that that protection around it, okay, of being our own instead of somebody else's. So here we have, here's that character here. So if I remove all of this now and recreate from scratch, we could create something a little bit more enhanced. It's not a problem whatsoever. So for this prompt, there we go. Okay, so we've got a ultra realistic portrait of a young woman with natural symmetrical facial features, soft brown eyes, light sun-kissed tone, etc., etc. So now we have that character there, and if I like the clothing, I can always come back. If I wanted to use my previous character in terms of consistency, then I can use that. Remember, I've got other males or females, whatever it may be, you can use. So if we go to regenerate, so why I am trying to demonstrate this is because having a consistent character is a huge demand by many of you. So I really want to draw that point across, that once you understand some of the workflow when it comes to the UI, as you go to choose style, aspect ratio, generate face, it's going to be the same kind of when you're using the other tools. And check this out. We have the same clothing, and we just altered the face essentially. So imagine, forget it being some random woman, have your own face on it. Maybe you're doing you know, a client's project, or maybe friends, family, whoever you're working with, you can actually have it as your own. So once that's done, again, if you're happy with it, make a copy and you can always save that. So now I've got her on the beach in office clothing. I guess a good thing would be is that she was not on the beach, but she could be in the office. Okay, so let's go to next. Now with the next, there's going to be two options when it comes to audio. You've got import audio beta, okay, and you've got clone voice. Now, if you've got clone voice, fantastic, because it will give you much more accurate and much more higher level of lip sync. Because when it comes to your own audio, sometimes you can have discrepancies, maybe the way you're speaking. It's still very good, but we always recommend using clone voice if you have it. So you can always check that out anyway. So with clone voice, if you have clone voice, there is a direct integration with Talking Photo, so you can actually create audio over in clone voice here. You can see you've got all types of audio, which we'll look at later. Some of the important things are, yes, you do have those creating audio, but creating music, because that's another thing that popped up. How do I create music? Or if you want to go a little bit more into instrumentals and maybe background music, you can actually create those background style tracks to add into your videos. Okay, so coming back now to clone voice, if I go to import music, you can see this is all the music that was made. Okay, so let's find one with a female, and ideally you would want a talking one, but currently let's just add a singing one here. Okay, select. So I'm just showing you the process. You can see that's now being added. You'll also have the ability, before you go ahead and proceed to render the video, you can preview the audio to make sure it's correct, etc., etc. If you're not happy, you can actually delete in both sections. Once you go next, project name, demo video. And render. Now, a very simple process, and you're probably thinking, what's the catch? It's as simple as that. Okay, that's it. Now, another important part is that within the Facebook group that we've mentioned before, if you join in it, you will see how people are actually creating these videos and actually giving you their tips and tricks and their kind of workflow behind how they're able to do it. And you'll be fascinated by seeing the different approaches people are taking and the results they're getting. People are literally telling you the kind of videos that they're creating, and they're very unique. So once it's done, once your video is done, you would go to my videos, you allow it to render, and then once it's rendering, this one's processing right now, you'll have the ability to save it, play it, download, or you can clone it. Okay, if I go here, you can reuse. So if I go to reuse, you can see now we can go through the entire process. Okay, now what we'll do now is, if I go back to create video, we've looked at singing, so you'll have close up and obviously normal. But with this one, ideally what we could have done, which I just want to show you first, the first one, once it's done, we want to add an instrument to them. So I just want to show you how it's going to look first and foremost. But once it's saved, we can actually repurpose that same character. So we go to new character. Let's just do that lady again, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so you understand the first part of the workflow. Let's go to upload file. Let's get one something that's a bit more professional looking, should we say? Okay, and we've got some other images there. But anyway, this is the one. So recreate this with her holding a guitar. Oops. And generate. It's up to you if you want to have that consistent character. You don't have to. It's optional. But for continuity or for purposes of this demo, let's just stick to it. Remember, it's the prompting. Always comes back to the prompting. Sometimes you may have not, but you may have that slight chance that AI will try to fill in the gaps. Generally, it's very good. But the key thing is you can keep recreating the images if you make mistakes. There's no some limit system. You don't have to keep refilling, keep charging up your wallet system on it or anything like that. You're pretty protected from that, like compared to so many other apps. So here we have that female, and she has now the guitar. So we go next. You've got the ability again, remove the audio. Now we know. And let's have a look. So this one's okay, guitar song female, perfect. Okay, select. And another key thing is just to highlight when you're making, when you're generating the face and the instrument, please make sure you don't look. It's up to you if you want to make some hybrid video. That's completely up to you. But the confusion you don't want to make is making a character holding a guitar, playing a guitar, but a piano is being played. It wouldn't make sense. But sometimes maybe people like that kind of content, no problem. But sometimes you want to avoid doing that kind of mismatch, if that makes sense. Okay, so you want the instrument has to be specific, or ideally you want it to be specific that matches the prompt. Hopefully that makes sense, right? But I'm pretty sure you kind of already know that. However, next, let's go for guitar, melody on the beat. Okay, let's just call it that. There we go. That's why with the consistent character feature, it's such a huge feature, and even on the other apps, people absolutely love having the ability of having that one character that can venture off into being a spokesperson. Maybe he becomes a doctor, maybe he becomes a singer, a dancer. Okay, you make a series of products, information, training, selling, e-commerce, video demonstration, video sales letters. You could just imagine you can have that one character that can now venture off into different realms of possibilities. That's why, like I said, mentioned, it just comes down to imagination. And when you and another key thing is that when you have so much you can do, you can get a little bit overwhelmed. What do I do? So you can get a pen and paper and say, what's my objective? What am I trying to what's the outcome I'm looking for? Am I working on a project? Am I doing it for fun? Am I building my channel up? Am I trying to get monetized? So have first an objective in mind. And even before you do that, have fun with it. Test it out, create different versions, and then start mapping out what is my plan moving forward. And the only reason I mentioned that some of you may still, because there's so much options, as you know, when things are so open, it's very hard to be focused. So use ChatGPT, like your assistant, that can help you gear down towards like a business plan on, okay, I need to create my TikTok channel. This is how many videos I want to create. These are the kind of videos or the topic of the niche around which I want to create these videos, make them go viral. Like Sid mentioned is a fantastic point, is that don't reinvent the wheel. Stop. Obviously, be authentic if you want. Be creative if that's what you want to do. Go create what you want to do. But if you can go find videos in a niche that you want to enter, go find those videos, use the filtering system and find out which are the highest viewed videos and go model them. Nothing's stopping you. You already know it's literally shooting fish in a barrel. The data and the views are telling you this is what people will like enjoying, especially with some of those videos Sid showed you. It's sometimes it's easier than you think, but it's just about application. Spend a bit of time understanding what you're looking for, and then go and doing that research and then implementation. A lot of people fail on or they fail upon inaction. Have a plan. Don't just go in there vague and have fun, like I said, but have a plan in mind. Here's my channel. I've got 4 weeks. This is how many videos I'm going to do per day. This is how many videos I'm going to post and upload. And I'm going to do this consistently for 4 weeks. Do a 21-day challenge if you have to. And that's it. Okay, so while we're waiting for these to render, let's go back to create video. So in the chat box, does that make sense? Okay, again, you got ChatGPT. It'll help you through that entire process. So next, let's look at the updated version of V3 Replicate Motion. Now, with Replicate Motion, we'll have two aspects of it, both speaking and dancing. As Sid mentioned, let's go to dancing. Once selected, we are now going to go on to the next part of it, is the aspect ratio. So like I mentioned before, depending on the sample media video that you're going to use later on here, okay, whether you're going to replicate the background or you're going to change the character or the background using motion, this content or this media clip must be the same aspect ratio in which you started with or you chose through the start of this process. So let's just go for 9:16. Okay, create a new character. Let's go for, okay, let's go for, actually I could go to my, yeah, let's go to my prompt sheet here. Let's see if we've got anything good. Okay, so what I can do, let's do, I take one of these prompts and say, can you make a prompt for a female dancer in the city? Something like that. Doesn't need to be perfect, but you could test it, refine it, you can make adjustments, and you can really pin it down to what you want. It doesn't need to be, you don't need to overcomplicate the process. Okay, so that's a pretty long prompt, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and have a look. So here we have human, 2D cartoon is in, remember? Let's generate. So as it's processing, remember once we put the prompt in, we do have the ability to drag and drop a file. Okay, so here we have our dancer. If I go to my media library, here we've got a couple, but let's go for the one we've been using so we can see the level of consistency throughout the different types of videos that we're using, in particular the feature of the replicate. Now what we will do, we'll give this a few moments, and we're hoping that the image will now apply to our updated character. And remember, with anyone asking about subtitles, you can have subtitles and you can actually edit them, you can customize them, colors, fonts, etc., etc. Okay, you're not going to be stuck. And while that's loading, what I will do at the end, what I'll do, I'll even, if anyone who wants to use this prompt, I'll add it onto the video, okay, or this live, sorry, in YouTube after. So you can always take it and you can model it or use them. Just have fun with it, try different styles, and you'll get the gist of it. I'll put it in ChatGPT to make other variations, okay? And then with clone voice, somebody's asked, can you create music? Yes, you can create music. There is a tab there, you can create the music. You can have AI generated custom. Version 1, you can dictate male or female. Version 2, it will do it for you. Different genres, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, ballad, country, whole host of them. And you'll see that within the group as well, okay? So here we have our character there, all adjusted, looking very fancy indeed. Again, I can save that, keep a copy of it if I want. I select next. And now we have to either, another key thing is that if you ever get stuck between replicate and swap, you'll see the little question mark here and it'll explain to you what it is. So this replicate, this takes only motion of the character in your motion driving video and it applies it to your scene. Okay, so the background would always stay the same. It's not going to change. However, with swap, this replaces the character in your motion driving video with the one from your scene, but retains the motion video original background. So depending on the file that you're uploading, so if you upload this, any file, what will happen is for replicate, it's going to keep, okay, it's going to keep the background. Does that make sense? And with swap, it's going to basically replace the character, but it's going to keep the background. So what we'll do, let's go to media library. Let's have a look. Have we got any good files we can use? And it's got the dancing video there. That's quite cool. Let's have a look. let's have a look at this one. Let's select this one, okay? Dancing video. Now, this was a it's a very good question. Is it possible to make the consistent character to sing with the same consistent voice with different voices created? Okay, so if you're going to sing in, let's have a look. So choose audio. You can actually import your audio. Okay, you can use clone voice for your character. So yeah, you can use your own voices there. Okay, and then obviously replicate voice. If you do have audio, guess what? When you come to this process, if you put audio in there, you can actually change the voice and have your voice sample. So imagine you come to create music, sorry, clone voice, and you clone your voice, or you create your own audio. You can have that sample, keep it a short sample, and then you can upload it, sorry, here in choose audio sample here, okay? So you can have that consistent voice as well. That's not a problem. So let's go to my media library. Sorry, my videos. It should be getting processed. Now check this out. Let's have a look. So I don't think you'll be able to hear it that good. Well, you won't be able to audio, but some of the key things you try to remember with this video, we're looking for human realistic videos with the natural movement, whether it's the head, the eyes, the face, you know, the facial parts of the mouth moving, even the fluid motion of the hand. These are really important because you're trying to, you want to have that ability to replicate human movement. Okay, very important. So let's have a look. Let's review it. Okay, so what I'll do, what's fascinating about this one, you're going to laugh when you listen to it, because it's a female, but it has a man's voice, because we added a man's singing voice. So I'm going to try to upload this. So we'll look at the other ones in the meantime. And when it's uploaded, we'll preview it, and I'll show you. Then you can see it on the big screen with the audio, and we can look at the lip sync as well. Okay. So while we're waiting for that to upload, let's go to the next one. So we've got the guitar melody on the beach. So some of the key things to make it as natural as possible, you can see we have the head movement, strands of the hair. We look very carefully. We're even looking down at the guitar, and that's something, you know, it's quite a natural thing to do. Someone playing the guitar, they generally, most people do. Maybe for theatrics, they're going to look down at the chords. Now, another key thing to remember is that the audio that we uploaded or we're using was a track that was created using clone voice, and it was for 1 minute and 21 seconds. So by now implementing that audio and merging it or fusing it with our Talking Photos AI, it has then created a video for 1 minute and 21 seconds. Right, so it's going to keep it natural. It's not going to be like some cut off repeat or whatever it is. It's going to keep a nice fluid, natural movement of the song throughout for that duration. So what I'll do, let's have a look. I'll download that and I'll upload that, and I'll play the other one because it should be uploaded now. And then we'll also look at the new one that's done. And remember, it's just having fun with it and trying what works, what doesn't. Let's have a look at this one. And another key thing before I play, don't be alarmed. I have used the male voice, but again, it's something that, you know, how easily you could have a female's face and a male's voice and vice versa, and how easy it is to change voices around.
My boots got dirt from walking miles. They said I couldn't shake every tear shook off the dust. I stand here for my own sake. You grow sardina. My own fences mended. My own heart, no man's permission needed.
I think the subject did a pretty good job. Let's look at the other one.
tiny shoes on the green grass now. First time seeing the bright blue sky. Wow. Mommy is holding my little hand tight. Everything here is colorful and bright. Park day, giggles and smiles, swinging higher for a little while.
So you can, you've got the ability to really think outside the box. This video done. So that was the video, if you remember, similar to the child's video. And this is one we merged. So it's like a 3-part series. So does that make sense, everyone? Have you seen how simple that process is when you go create video? We've looked at singing. Okay, one is going to be close up. It's not going to show an instrument. However, this one is going to be more very close to the face, as explained. And then we have the full length one. Okay. Aspect ratio is going to be important. Which one you're using, depending on the device that you're using. We've got generate face. When it comes to generate face, please do remember you have the ability of using ChatGPT if you want to have those prompts. Keep them nice and simple and the level of consistency. Now, if you have a 3D cartoon, let's just say if I done this one and I come here, let's go generate face. Let's go to 3D cartoon. Let's go to my document here and let's have a look. Copy and paste. Let's have a look. Let's see what magnificent is made. So remember, with clone voice, you could create different levels of voices, isn't it? And here we have our fox. Remember, we can give the fox an instrument, sorry. So we can incorporate that. We can update our prompt and put a guitar in his hand or whatever musical instrument. But we have a good level of human looking animal, standing up, Pixar style, high quality, Disney style character there. Looks like a knight in shining armor on his feet, on his paws, and his tail in the background, and nice good blurring in the background. Okay, so a really high quality characters you can imagine for kids and stuff like that, or cartoonies. And then let's try animals. Okay, I'm going to use the same prompt, but use it for the animal setting and see the difference that we're going to get. Okay, because remember, it's like AI presets, isn't it, for you? And there we have a different level of animal. Okay, still very nice. And you can see it's got all the medieval armor on there. And I'll tell you the other thing. We actually have about the prompt is it's 3D Pixar. So imagine Fox. If you remove this, yeah, you could. It's all about the prompt. Okay, the AI would pick up what the prompt is saying. Same thing, audio, clone voice, and then render. That's it. So if I go to create video now we've looked at singing and replicate motion. Human video. One thing you probably are seeing now. The tabs here at the top, the flow, all going to be the same. That's it. Okay, so you will all be experts by now. Now for this one, if I go to previous character, let's have a look. You can see we've got a talking video here. If I go to this one, select. And we don't need to go to the generate character. Why? Because we already have our character that we're using before. But if you're doing it for the first time, when you select create new character, guess what? You're going to go through this process. So let's just say a male on the beach. Okay, generate. It's essentially the same workflow when it comes to the tabs: aspect ratio, generate character, choose motion, choose audio. You may have an extra one depending what you're on. So you've got male on the beach. I go to choose my media library. Let's have a look. If we've got another image we can repurpose. Let's have a look. So sure we had yes, we should have another image. There we go. And regenerate. Okay, so again, we have our character here that was in a singing video, but let's bring him over here and make him into a human talking video. So while that's processing, let's have a look. Can we make dance video with multiple characters? At the moment, it's going to be one. But what you could do, if you're a little bit advanced, you could probably put a green screen in the background and put all the characters in the same, or you could have those merged videos. It's completely up to you. But I think maybe possible in future updates. But there are other ways around it, like I mentioned. Now zoom. That's a good. Okay, so I'll come back to that in just a moment. Dynamic zoom. So dynamic zoom is more about the AI trying to pick up the camera angle to be more close up to the person instead of far away. Okay, and we'll have a look at that in just a moment. Okay, look at that. So here's another key thing is that with the prompts or the images, this image is cut off from, you can see just below his chest, just here about the stomach. Let's just say the stomach area. Now, what AI has gone and done, and you'll find this, it is very good, especially when it comes to the other features. Let me show you. When it comes to the feature here, let me create video singing as well. That if you have a portion of an image, AI will actually build out. So this is why you see this through processing, why it's really important. It takes going through, analyzes the image, and it will reconstruct the image. And what it's taken, just imagine this. You have to think about how advanced this stuff is. It's taken a glimpse of the image already, the clothing, the shirt, the hair, the face, and it's extended it, keeping it congruent. It's not a mix match. It's like a fluid jacket that he's wearing, one-piece jacket instead of it being cut. Like it understands, even to the level of the creases. Right? It's very fascinating, high-level stuff. It's a little bit boring, but it does the job. Okay. Now, next, a man on the beach. We can put him in the park, whatever we want. It doesn't matter. You can change the scenery. You can make whatever scenery you want. And then, if you want, remember, even if you make a background, we also always have under tools that replace background. You can always change it. Let's go to next. And now with this one, you'll see you'll have different motions. Okay, so if you're making that a human style speaking video, or you just want automatic talking video, you can. But if you want one that's going to be dynamic, have those motions of changing and moving, we can apply different scenes. Okay. For this one, let's just keep it. Let's just select one of them. That's fine. Here we have text to speech, clone voice AI. So you can see different voices we have that we've created before. So if you want to recreate something, different languages, and you can see public library, anything that you want. Hey, okay, so here we can see welcome to this video, and we'll select import speech. There we go. The audio is now being created. So it's actually communicating with clone voice, and it's creating that audio for us using the public library, the language English. Remember, you got and then you can have other languages under the your different categories what you clone, and then we got the voice of a corporate trainer. We can have a backsmith, narrator, Phoenix, etc., etc., or even an alpha wolf, depending on what you have in clone voice. When you go to the public library, depending on what you like, you can actually favoritize it by Simping Plus, and then obviously later come across there. Okay, so if I go now next, okay, let's just go for human video one and render video. That's it. Simple process, nice, straightforward, and easy. Now, if I go back to my videos while we're waiting for that to render, somebody asked about close-up zoom shots. So let's have a look. So here we have Mona here, zoom video.
The moon, a pearl in the velvet sky, a shadow dancing.
That was Mona. That's the zoom in. All right, and this is the original, another version of the same video. You see, it's more the position is much further back, supposed to be much closer. The AI pauses. So the AI in when it comes to the zooming aspect is going to be more focused on zooming in. Okay, using dynamic zoom, and you can see Dynamic zoom, the camera focuses on the actor to improve quality. This helps where the video has lots of fast motion, big movements, and wide shots. So it's going to really focus on focusing on the actor. So you may have the aspect of the camera zooming more onto the character, opposed to a scene where there's a lot of dynamic movement, and it just how that affects it depends on what media you're using to replicate. So if you've got some hyper some dancer on 10 liters of some fizzy drink or sugar, or 10 bowls of chocolate bars or whatever it is, then yes, you're going to have a very hyperactive video. So the dynamic zoom, remember it's in beta, will actively look to zoom in into the character. So next we have 2D and 3D cartoons. You can see it will be the same process. We have female 3D and 2D characters. You're probably already like, yeah, I get this now. I can see it. And let's just go create a character. So a dragon. If you have any ideas that you've seen online, take a screenshot, screenshot, capture image of it, and you can actually recreate it. So while we're waiting for that one, let's go to TalkingPhotosAI, and I'll just quickly show you something. Okay, so if I'm in there and I want to create a kids rhyme for this thing that we're creating now, this character here. Okay, so here we have a dragon in the back, but obviously it's put a female there. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's try. Oh, let's get 2D, 3D. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, new character. So okay. You see, okay, so this is the important thing. This is why it's made the mistake. Instead of doing the animal video, fantasy video, we've done it in 3D cartoon. Okay, so it's going to be different style. So let's go to new character. We'll go to our sheet here, and let's find a female in office clothing. Let's go to that. That's why it's important you always select the right feature. So it's a good demonstration. So we'll just give that a few moments to load. And let me just have a look at the question box. So far as we're going through, let me know in the chat box. Paul's asking as well, who's enjoying so far? And if you are, let us know. And if you're not subscribed to the channel so far, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay, so here we have a female in office clothing. Fantastic. Okay, we can generate. Actually, let's go to this as well. Let's try something out. Let's try something cool. Let's use a consistent character that we have, the female that we've been using. Let's regenerate. Let's see if we can replicate her face and convert her into a character. And anyone thinking about the prompt sheet, I'll make sure it gets added as well. Okay, it'll be made available whether it's tutorials or in the YouTube description. Okay, so don't panic. And as we're just waiting for it to, okay, so look, okay, so is everybody able to now visually see, okay, our base human style character? So imagine you have a picture of yourself. You could, excuse me, you could convert yourself into a 3D character. Also, you have the 2D ability. So let's say I go to 2D. Let's have a look. If there's any good difference, let's go and check it out. And remember, when that image is created, I've downloaded it, so I can have it as a reference image if I want to recreate more videos based on consistency. And look at that. That is really nice. That's even much better than the 3D. 3D version is always going to be a bit different, more pixel style, but this one is just, it's on the money, isn't it? So there we have that character, perfect when it comes to the facial structure of the cheekbones, the chin, the nosing, the lips, the forehead. It's really got the waves of the hair, really nice. Okay, so we'll go to next. And with this one, you've got so many to choose from when it comes to movements. If you want no movements, gestures. So imagine you have an explainer video, or demonstration video, training video, VSL, any kind of video, sales video, whatever it may be. You can actually then apply, that movement to the character. And once you see, if you want to, and this is another really important point, is that even though we've looked at the 2D and 3D character, what you'll notice that these are updated. These are version 3 updates. Okay, they're actually quite new. So you can see V3. Okay, so if I like one or I want to check it out, I just go to expand and I can visually see how it will look. Okay, continuous waving. There we go. Let's just do one crazy one like that. And again, we have the level of audio. We can choose text to speech. Text to speech will have so many different languages. Like if you just want to put your script in, you can use that. You can see all of the different voices you can use. Some of them will actually have emotions in there. Okay, the ones that have emotions, you'll see to the right what you can apply, whether it's general, customer service, etc., etc. You can increase the speed, the pitch, how low or high you want it. And once you've done the speech, just simply write something like this. Okay, so hey, how are you? Okay, and once you've done that, you would select import speech. You have to import the speech. Okay, and that's it. It's done. You can play the audio. You can hear it if you're happy with it. Alternatively, other options we have is Clone Voice AI. You can see cloned, designed, or public library. So we go to my audios. You can actually see which ones you have. But if we're looking at that, we can go to my voices, and you can see cloned. These are cloned voices, designed, or public library. And once it's integrated, you'll see that come across. Okay, let's just go to public library. Let's have a look at Oracle and go next. Let's go for demo test. And then we have the guy here. Okay, the guy is done. The one that's really good, right? All he says is, "Hey, welcome to this video." Very clear lip sync as well. Okay, and we're rendering. So it's really important. You can see it doesn't take that long from the process. Obviously, we have to go slow so we can actually go through it. And then the rendering time is really, you could actually generate a lot of videos in a couple of hours or per day, depending on what your objective is. Then we have fantasy animal videos. You can see previous characters that were created, the levels that you can do. And then if you want to do it for the first time, we'll make this available later on. Let's just do Guardian Bear. Let's see the quality that comes out with this. Let's have a look. Okay, check this out. That's really nice. Okay, same thing. We can adjust it. We can save it if you want consistency. If you want to, maybe if you got artistically, you want to look at creating a character for your book or something like that. We can do all that. So let's go to next. Same process. You can have a clone voice, add a voice, etc., etc. But this one, let's just do, "Hey, how are you?" That's where you would put your script. You can go through the voices, see which ones apply to you, and we can go to next. And that's it. Really simple process. Demo test 1. And we go to my videos. Now, whilst these ones are pending, let's quickly have a look at video size. Okay, so if you have, imagine you have a video, you want to resize it. Really important, because different platforms you're using when it comes to social media, you're going to be requested to use different dimensions. So if I have this human video, or even what a nice video looked really nice and cool was one of, quite a few. Yes, one of Sid. And let's have a look at Facebook cover. You can just take the canvas, make that arrangement, and you can actually zoom in or out. Okay, just imagine you wanted to take it and place it where you want. Okay, make adjustments. Happy with that. Next, and then background and captions. So you can see we already have the background, isn't it? We've already got it covered. If we didn't, problem. You can add text, use different levels of fonts if you want, and we've got different colors to choose from. So imagine you want to put something there. Imagine you want to put a watermark. Maybe you want to put your logo, branding. It's fine. You can do all of that, and then render video. Resize. Save. And you can see that's now going to be repurposed. And okay, we've got a little teddy bear. We've got art. So you can see it. Short script. Hey, how are you? That's it. Okay. So resize. We've gone through that. Add subtitles. That's another important one that popped up. So what we do, add a video. Let's go for this one. Check this. Your subtitles are here. So we've got so depending on what video language you created, match it with the drop down, which video audio source you chose. So we have all subtitles. If you want a standard, word for word, animated, stroke, scale, or glow. Yeah, that's really nice. Position, top, bottom, center, or bottom, usually right, left. And colors, opacity, background color, whatever you want to do. It's all there. You can adjust them. And here, edit transcript. So if you've made a mistake, are you sure you want to create transcript now? This may take several minutes, so it may take a bit of time, but you can actually edit the transcript if there's any mismatch in there. You can actually clean it up, tidy it if there is any issues. Once you've done that, just select add subtitles, and you can say sub version. So imagine you're sending video to clients and you want to do it as an upsell or an additional service for subtitles. You can do so. And here we have this female done, the 2D version. There we go. Very nice. Okay. And let's go to tools. Replace background. You can see add watermark. Yes, add watermark is going to be another important one. So let's go. So imagine we have our podcast, and you have your watermark there. You can actually add a watermark or maybe branding image. You can position it. Let's do center. Opacity, you can make it, increase or decrease. Well, that's a good level right there. Or use an image. It's completely up to you, but that's it. Resize version 2. And that's it. Really simple process. And merge videos you've seen. The way you can go through whatever clips that you like. Say, for example, the first video she's talking, hey, welcome to my song. And the second one, she's on her guitar. And the third one, obviously it's not her. Oh, this is her actually. This one. She's now, converted into 2D. And let's just say then, if this was her, let's just pretend this was her. She was dancing at the end of it and happy. So you can merge the clip. Ideally, you want them all the same aspect ratio. But I'm just showing you for demonstration purposes. Let's just remove this one then, so you can see they're all the same because you want them congruent and available because somebody wants to put them on mobile and mobile optimized video. Sorry, my singing dream beach. And you're merging. You're just taking a number of the videos and the TalkingPhotosAI will merge them all together. Okay. And especially with the new updates, if you go into my tutorial, you will see the new updates and the features, and you can follow these steps. It will be very easy and clear, and then it'll actually show you replicate motion, and then you can go through them. Also, you'll have Clone Voice AI and TalkingPhotosAI integration, show you how you can go get your API keys and you can bring them across. So you'll never get stuck. And you have the group also. If you're not part of the inner circle, make sure you are in the inner circle. Very easy. So can you show real quick how to translate rather than just change accent? Okay. So let's say create video. Let's just go to any one of them, I guess, just for demonstration, isn't it? Translate. Yep. If I go to a different language, all you do is Gujarati. Hey, welcome to this video. You can see now I've got different voices I can choose from. Import. And that's it. Import speech. It's already done the translation and it's the same process. Okay, everyone. That's it. Voice recording. If you have your own audio file, then you can obviously apply it. Okay. You can have it in that language, and you have that lim6. So you can do voice recording if you've got a microphone. You can do that, or import audio. So you've got two choices if you want to use your own language, or text to speech will give you that ability. Remember, with clone voice, if you have your designed ones or cloned ones, you'll see them appear. Okay, and you'll see cloned voice will show you different languages here. So let's just say welcome to this video. Let's go next, and that's it. You don't need to be copy and pasting in different language there. The integrations and even Talking Photos AI will do all of that. So hopefully that answers your question. So once you go through the process, the same way the lip sync will work depending on how to do it. Can you show how to create a 3D pixel style image using the character replicate? Okay, let's see what we can do. So let's have a look. Let's just say replicate motion. Okay, let's just try this one. If I got a character and I upload, let's have a look. Oh, that's a good one actually. Yeah, let's just go for this. So this is our Pixar star character. Recreate this, but she is on the beach. And remember, you can take the picture and go to ChatGPT and say, you want to change the clothing, or you could do it manually. The clothing, the outfit, the location, all of that good stuff. Let's have a look. Process. Let's look at the comments. So while that's processing, let's have a look. Change this over more. So anyone asking for this document, we will paste it, but you know what I'll do for the time being. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's post this in here. So I'll put this in chat box and have a look if it comes through. Okay. Okay. So okay, see, I want to jump on that document. So we're just going to wait for this one. So you can see the process every time you want a consistent character. We can see, look at this woman, she's on the beach. Okay, so I think that works really well. Remember, you can recreate this, but she could be wearing X, Y, and Z. She's on the beach. She's in a coffee shop, or maybe in front of the Eiffel Tower. Maybe she's in some kind of wonder of the world in front of mountains. Maybe she's in Europe, Africa. Maybe she's in the Middle East. Maybe she's over the Atlantic. Maybe she's sitting on a plane. Whatever it may be. So it should work pretty well. So at the moment, you won't be able to insert a product into your video. However, if you have something like Video Express, you have that editability, then yeah, you can add video products into it if you're doing like a side by side, but nothing to allow you to hold it and move it. But Video Express will allow you to take a product, and you will have that ability using Video Express. Okay, because we've done training on that. So if you want to create like a UGC style video, Video Express will actually allow you to do that using a reference image. So while we're loading, oh, okay, now check this out. Now she's in a coffee shop. So here we have that consistency of the character. We can have her in different scenes, doing different things, whatever it may be. Okay, so you can build full stories out of it. Maybe she's in a coffee shop at one place, then she's dancing on the beach, or maybe she's in the airport, maybe she's in the city center. You can make a comedy, a romantic video, a training tutorial, onboarding, maybe a sales video, a sales call, schedule meeting calls, all of that good stuff. Okay, so you can have that consistency, and you can reconstruct the environment that they're in. You can customize if you wanted to. You probably customize the character, but it's all about that character that you upload here. If you want that consistency, you can use this image, and you could even, the good thing is you can take this image over to Video Express if you have it, if you want to create other style videos. So you can take this and recreate it elsewhere also. So you have a huge level of options. So okay, so I think we've covered quite a bit. So we've got this demo with the video demo with the subs. And you're probably reading it and looking at his lips at the same time. Okay, and you can see how very crisp that is. That's very good, because naturally sometimes, even if you have audio, you're reading subtitles, you naturally look at the subtitle. So you can do that as you go along, and you can see how in sync it is. Right, that was a good example. I know Sid will jump on. There he is. There he is right there. How you doing, Sid?
Hey guys, so yeah, I promised everyone that I would show them something interesting, right? So I just wanted to go over that 1 minute. So yeah, AI is so adaptable right now. You can really do so many things with it, right? So like the consistent character feature that Ali is showing, it can be even you. Like it doesn't have to be some random image, right? You can literally take your own face and you can put it, create this person in a park, create them wearing a suit, create them doing this, create them doing that, right? So you can literally put your own face in consistent character as well. Somebody was asking that, like, can I use my own face? Of course you can do that. Just the way he showed it, like if you upload your own photo into the consistent character area, you can realistically, use your own face in different situations and so on, right? So that's the best part about it. So let me just share my screen here for a second. Yeah. So Ali, just change it to my screen. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to experiment on something like a little bit interesting, right? So I just saw this example somewhere. Let me just play this example for a second, okay?
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady, I am the baby. I already know all the cheats. She put those little plugs in the outlets. Joke's on her. I'm only interested in chewing on the Wi-Fi router. Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so I saw some clips like this on YouTube, right? Like something like a comedy performance or like something like that. I'm just using kids here just to make it a little bit more viral. But I just wanted to test this idea if it will work in TalkingPhotosAI or whatever, right? So if you notice something about the clip I just played, it was.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady, I am the baby. I already know all the cheats. She put those little plugs in the outlets. Joke's on her. I'm only interested in chewing on the Wi-Fi router. Yeah, that's why.
Copy like clips from like somewhere, like, take someone else's work if you don't want to. You can realistically use the platforms that are available right now to like get the dance moves, get the base clips, right? That's what we need to create the replicate motion tab, right? So basically.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady,
ChatGPT, I just gave it an image and I just said create another unique image, change the person in the image to someone different, similar age group, right? So someone was asking me like, what do we do with the prompts? Like, where do I get those prompts Ali is using, right? So one important thing that I wanted to mention is like the prompts don't have to be complicated anymore. It's not like 1 year ago where AI was brand new and you had to give it like every single detail, the lighting, the skin tone, the hair color, blah, blah, and all that, right? So before you had to be very specific with AI, but AI is so good right now, you don't really have to give it like a lot of detail. You can just use a simple like prompt like this, like if I give my 10-year-old son or whatever, like he would write the same prompt, right? Like a 10-year-old, a 5-year-old, you keep your prompts very simple unless you're very nitpicky and you want specific things on the shirt, you want a specific badge on the shirt, you want a specific lighting, you want a specific background. Keep it very, very, very simple. Okay, so I just created this image of this boy right here, and I used this.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house.
Right. So then I went into Talking Photos. Let me just show you here. Let me go to my videos. Okay. So I created this clip, right? So I took this boy that I created in ChatGPT, I uploaded it into Talking Photos, and I tested it if this kind of thing would work when we created with our app. So this is what I created, right? So let me just play that.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady, I am the baby. I already know all the cheats. She put those little plugs in the outlets. Joke's on her. I'm only interested in chewing on the Wi-Fi router. Yeah.
So it basically copied the exact same.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady, I am the baby. I already know all the cheats. She put those little plugs in the outlets. Joke's on her. I'm only interested in chewing on the Wi-Fi.
So that's the beauty of it, right? Like you can literally bring any clip, even if it's like an AI generated clip, and replicate it in TalkingPhotosAI. It doesn't have to be singing videos. It doesn't have to be dancing videos. It can be something like this, where like it's a stand-up comedy clip or something like that. So I'll give you a bonus tip right now. Like this, I think a lot of people will like it. Like, I don't know, I like it. So you see here in Sora.com, right? If you go to Sora.com right now, like you can realistically create clips like this that I just created.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady, I am the baby. I already know all the cheats.
You can ask ChatGPT, give me I want to do a stand-up comedy clip with like a kid, like the clip can be 15 seconds long. Give me like the script that I can paste into Sora.com or something like that, right? Sora.com, you just create an account and you just go in there. It'll create a clip with like Sora like watermarks on it, but the best part is you can bring it into TalkingPhotosAI and like you can realistically create your own unique clip out of that. So if you're really concerned about taking someone else's content or anything like that, this is one possibility, right? So that's what I wanted to really show. Like the possibilities are so many. Just you need to think of beyond like what other people are thinking. Like, okay, like if you search Instagram right now, if you search YouTube right now, like a lot of people are talking about like Kling and all those other apps that are available in the market, right? Everybody is like, oh, just take a clip and just replicate it with like another clip, and like you have like a brand new video that you can upload it onto YouTube, right? But like there's several different possibilities. You can even create your own comedy clip or your own dance clip in Sora and like bring it to TalkingPhotosAI and create a video out of it, right? So let's go through Sora, right? You see, like you can see so many different things that people have already created. So I went to the search tab right here and I did stand-up comedy kit, right? Or whatever like that, some keyword like that, and it will give you like all the creations that other people have created, right? So you can find the best clip and like you can replicate it. But one thing to note right here, I'll show you something interesting, right? So whatever clip that you're bringing, even if it's from YouTube, anywhere else, one thing I would recommend is the video must be continuous. Like for example, the person is like singing, there's no cuts, right? Like for example, if you bring in a video that has a lot of cuts, like for example, the baby is singing, then they show the stage, then they show the crowd, and then they have like different clips in the video, it will not work. Replicate motion needs like a continuous clip. So it needs to be a continuous dance clip, continuous talking clip, or like continuous comedy clip or whatever like that. So it cannot have different cuts from different scenes in the video, right? So make sure you bring in a video that has like continuity to it. Okay, so that's the way of it. So let's see dance moves, right? Dance. Okay, so you see some of the dance moves here. There are videos with like dance moves that you can bring into TalkingPhotosAI and replicate it, right? So a lot of you have been asking, where do I get the bass clip from? Like, where do I generate that bass clip, right? Now you can go to Sora.com, you can search through the public library that they have, and you can bring the bass clip from there. If you really don't want to take clips from TikTok, from other places and so on, right? And one thing I would also recommend is always go for AI generated clips, right? Because why do we say go for AI generated clips compared to like some original clip from an original artist or whatever, right? Because AI generated clips, the copyright, you really can't copyright an AI generated clip. You can't claim it as your own, right? It's AI. It's just the way the copyright works. Just AI, it's generated by AI. Like YouTube wants to know that this clip has been generated by AI. They don't want you to say it's like, original creator or whatever. So there's no copyright on it. So if you go to YouTube, search for AI baby videos, AI dance videos, AI singing videos, whatever. Put like simple key terms like this, and then you can get that base clip from there. Because once you take a AI generated clip and create your own, that's okay. But if you take a original artist clip and try to recreate that, there might be some problems with that. But we always recommend AI generated clips and so on, right? So that's the best thought process, that going into it, you need to bring in AI generated clips to create your own versions in like TalkingPhotosAI, right? So once again, let me show you the clip right here.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady, I am the baby. I already know all the cheats. She put those little plugs in the outlets. Joke's on her. I'm only interested in chewing on the Wi-Fi router. Yeah. So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like, lady, I am the baby. I already know all the cheats. She put those little plugs in the outlets. Joke's on her. I'm only interested in...
Realistically, you can create any type of video. Now we've looked at singing video. We have looked at dancing video. We have looked at talking videos. Now we have also looked at like stand-up comedy videos, right? So realistically, the options are endless. And if you get any errors, right, that error is because there is two things, okay? Sorry, I have a little bit of cold. So there's a mismatch between the clips, right? So for example, let's look at this. So there's this kid right here. So let's zoom it in, right? So there's this image of this kid, let's say, is holding a mic. But then you upload like a dancing video as a reference photo, right? It's a mismatch because the guy is holding a mic, but you want him to dance. So that won't be a perfect match, right? So AI will kind of get confused. Why is this guy holding a mic, but the reference clip is a dancing clip, right? So you should always make sure if you're doing a dance video, give a dancing image. And if you're doing like a talking video, let them hold a mic or something like that. For example, I showed this example earlier in the call, but let's look at it again. So this is a original base video I got from somewhere, right? Online, AI generated clip again. What is that? So that's an AI generated clip I got from one of the platforms, right? So let's see what I created in TalkingPhotos.ai. Is those clips that I used are very close to the original, right? They're not like something where that guy's holding a mic or whatever. You see? So for a dancing video, give a dancing image. For a talking video, give a talking image. A lot of people are creating that kind of mismatch where you're giving a picture with a mic, but you want the person to dance and doing those kind of errors. So AI will throw up an error in the app, right? But the best part, like I mentioned, is Talking Photos doesn't have any credit system in place, right? So you can realistically keep generating that image. If you're not happy with the output, AI got confused because of whatever reason, you can regenerate that clip using like a different image and so on. So there's a lot of possibilities, right? So let's look at this example right here. So someone was asking me like, again, where do I get the prompts? Okay, so let's say I'm creating a song in clonevoice.ai, or I'm creating a song in suno.com or whatever, right? So let's see here. So I want a girl playing a guitar, right? So I can just select female here, human here, or I can select 3D, whatever, like filters that are available, animal and so on. I can just type in a basic prompt. You see how prompt, vibrant girl playing a guitar. That's all I typed, and see the image that it generated, okay? Let's say I don't like this image, I can regenerate it. So the prompts don't have to be complicated anymore. Keep it extremely simple and try to generate that image that is perfect for you, right? So that's the whole possibilities are really limitless. And one other tip I'm going to give you, if the female is holding, if the female or male or the singer is holding a guitar, right? One important thing that you need to make sure when you're generating an AI generated song is to make sure that in your prompt you mention, create me a guitar song, like a lead singer is holding a guitar and playing a song. You can ask ChatGPT for it. You can say like, I have an image of a girl holding a guitar. Give me a perfect song prompt for it, like, you know, and you can take that prompt and put it in like some AI generated song creator like clonevoice.ai or like, you know, suno.com and create a perfect song which has guitar in the background, right? You don't want the girl to be holding a guitar and your song to be playing a piano, right? It creates a mismatch. So when you upload it on YouTube, first of all, YouTube will tag your video. So it will be like, okay, in the visual, the girl is holding a guitar, but the song is playing a violin or a piano. So YouTube is gonna shadow ban your video. So what a shadow ban is, it's like YouTube kind of sees if the video, vocal, and the title are matching. If they're not matching, then YouTube kind of puts your video on the lower end so you don't get as many views, right? So to get the perfect views, and other important tip that I've learned from so many years of experience is that the video, the vocal, and the visuals must match exactly your title. So for example, this song right here, if I create it with this girl, I'm gonna tell the AI to create a song where there's guitar playing in the background. And then my title is gonna be, this song is so mesmerizing, or you're gonna be shocked when you hear this. And then I'm gonna put guitar vocal or something like that as a hashtag. So all the hashtag must be like acoustic guitar, guitar song, love song, or like something related to guitar, right? You should never use hashtags that are like unrelated. So that's one tip. Keep everything matching, okay? That's the number one thing. If you really want to grow on YouTube, you should be very authentic in your content, even if it's generated with AI, and make sure your hashtags are matching, your titles are matching, your vocals are matching, and your images are matching, right? So if you do this, then YouTube is going to know that someone put an effort into this video, and then it's going to bump your video. It's going to show it to more people and so on. And one other suggestion I would make, which is very, very, very important, I think, is when you're creating reel format, right? It's okay if you're creating like, let's check this. So if you're creating 16:9, like this horizontal style video, it's okay if you don't have subtitles, right? But for reels, I strongly recommend you add subtitles, okay? So we have like a tool here, like add subtitles. You see this? I went into tools, add subtitle right here. So when you click on that, I can select a video. So let's say I want to add subtitles to this video. It's going to show you all the videos that you have in your videos tab, okay? Then you select that, and then you select it, and you can select the subtitle style. You can change the style, either animated, word by word, like you can change the style of it, like, you can change the font, the size, the color. You see all that? So you can do that, and you can edit the transcription as well. Like you can just click, I'm sure it's going to generate a transcript, and then you can edit the transcript. You can check if there's any mistakes, or if you want to change the way a word appears in the subtitles and so on. So for reel style videos, I recommend you use our inbuilt subtitle tool to generate subtitles, right? So it's very simple. Just go into tools and select the subtitle tab. So what have we learned here? So let's put everything together. So first things first, these are the rules of the game, and make sure you write this down somewhere, okay? Rules of the game. Always when you're getting bass clips, go for AI generated clips. Go for like something like AI baby video, AI dancing video, AI something. Like all your bass clips, whatever you're using as a base for the replicate motion feature here, make sure you go for AI generated clips, right? Because the copyright is lax on AI generated clips. While using other clips from original creators, it's not recommended, okay? Second, use video generators like Sora, right? So just like I created this comment.
So my mom says we need to baby-proof the house. I'm like,
You can realistically get the videos from Sora itself. It's an AI video generator again, right? And you can create your own unique version inside, like Talking Photos, right? So let's see here. So you can create a video like this from that particular Sora clip, right? So same with dancing videos, same with singing videos and all that kind of stuff. So you can go into Sora.com, log in, and you can get the dance moves from here if you wish, okay? Or if you're going to YouTube or TikTok, always go for AI generated content, okay? And the second important tip, like I mentioned, everything needs to match. So if you're creating a video with a girl holding a guitar, make sure the song also has a guitar instrumental in the background, playing a guitar, not a piano or anything like that, okay? So those are the 3-4 important things that I wanted to mention. So Talking Photos, once again, 15% discount is running right now with Holiday 15 coupon, right? So make sure you grab it now before the discount is done. This was supposed to end in the new year, right? Like literally when the clock turned into the new year, into 2026, it was supposed to end. But we got an overwhelming response of like people asking us, extend this sale, because we were on vacation, we couldn't get it, whatever the reason was. So we extended it for 3 days. So 3 days is all you got to get it at a discount. And if you go to like, let's go to this softwaredeal.io. So if I go to this domain right here, softwaredeal.io, you'll go to our holiday sale page, right? So you can see all our products, like they're on sale. So every single product, you can check out the discount that they have. All of our products are on sale right now. So 15% off on all of our products, like literally you can choose. And some of the other products are even 30% off. Like you can check the discounts that are available on the page. You see that? So holiday 30 is 30% off. Every product has a different discount plan, okay? So make sure you check out that page. Just paste that page in the chat as well, softwaredeal.io, okay? So just go to that page to check out the deals right now, okay? So this is only for 3 days, by the way, and we can't extend it anymore. We have only offered like this deal once or twice a year. That's how rare it is. So I recommend you get it now before it's done, okay? So that's about it. That's what we wanted to cover, and I think we are just about 2 hours plus on this webinar, so I think it's a perfect time. So just some final questions we're going to take. So 2 questions I noticed. People were asking, can I use multiple actors in a video? Like for example, I want to use multiple dancers instead of use multiple dancers, right? That feature is not available yet. The AI can distinguish between 2 dancers at the moment, right? But it's going to be there. It's getting there, and we're testing several different examples right now with like multiple singers, multiple dancers, and so on. So that's going to be an update that's going to come whenever AI is going to get to that stage. And some people ask me, give me a date. I want the date right now, right? But it doesn't work that way. It's just the way AI is progressing right now. It has to learn before it can perfect, right? We can launch that feature. I mean, we can release it tomorrow, but you all are going to say like, oh, there's a blur in the hands. The face is not showing properly. Like 2 people are not moving in sync. Like, those kind of things are going to be problematic, right? So what we do in our team is we test out like hundreds of times. We test out 100 different variations. We see what is the best output possible. And once it's perfect, then we give it to our customers, right? We don't want you to be the tester. We want us to test it and give you the best product possible. And that's what you're paying us for as well, right? So there's no real date on like when AI is gonna like get to that stage, but it's getting there. Okay, so 2 singers in one video, 2 people talking in one video, 2 people dancing in one video. That's gonna come at some point of time. And as you have seen in the last year, we have been super busy. Like literally every month we have released some new update in some app or the other, right? So next, we have a big update coming up to ClickSites.ai. We have some really amazing features coming up. So 2.0 is already live. ClickSites, you can actually log in and you can use all the 2.0 features, but we haven't officially announced all the features yet because we are still running beta on some of the features. But because they're so revolutionary, so brand new, you can literally create a website by just pasting a URL, or like you can upload an image and recreate that into your website, right? You can add that particular section onto your website. It's just mind-blowing, the technology that we have in ClickSites 2.0. We're going to do some exclusive training on that in the coming weeks and so on. So first things first, now since Talking Photos AI, all the features are now live. I want you guys to go learn, bring everything you learn into action, use all the features that we have available, and start creating videos, right? And once again, I like to stress this in every single webinar. AI is not perfect. So you have to play around with it to get the best output. Like, how did we create all these examples?
Used to drive these roads alone at night.
These, it's practice, right? We really didn't learn it in a day as well. So it took us creating some videos, creating experiments. And then you can get the perfect output. Like, if you expect to get the perfect output in the first go with AI, it's not going to be with any app, including Sora, including Google Veo or whatever. You can go and you can check it out. I've tested all of them, and there's some problem or the other that happens in like a few tries. But good thing is, Talking Photos, there's no credits, no monthly fees. Keep trying, keep testing, and get the best output possible. And one thing I would like to show you guys, which I noticed as well, all these videos that we're looking in YouTube, right? They're far from perfect. There's blurriness in the videos. There's like so many different problems in videos. If you look for AI generated animal videos or AI generated whatever baby videos and so on, they're not perfect. So even without being perfect, they're getting millions of views right now. So you should not obsess with like perfection with AI, but speed up your workflows, right? Make sure you get your content out there. So people get to see it. Your YouTube channel starts getting views, starts getting subscribers, and starts getting monetized, right? Now you can create. There's nothing stopping you from creating 10 videos a day with Talking Photos, right? So go ahead, create 10 different singing videos, post it on YouTube. Use ChatGPT to create the title for that video, the hashtags for that video. Simplify your workflows and make it happen. Like 2026 is the year of AI, right? Like, things are going to go crazy. Like AI, the momentum it has right now, the things that are possible that was not possible 1 month ago, literally, are possible now, right? So imagine what can happen by the time we reach 2027. So this is the year of AI, and I want each and every one of you to start making use of it to get the best results possible. Like, we have shown so many different examples in this call, and if you just copy those examples, you can really start a good YouTube channel and take it places. Now, I want all of you guys to think different, right? Keep thinking out of the box. Like, don't just think like some guy says on YouTube, like some influencer comes and says, just take one video and replicate that and post it on YouTube, right? Think outside the box. Like, think, how do I get
So my mom says we need to baby proof the house.
create?
So my mom says
How do I create like beautiful? Market currently offers you to create like singing videos up to 3.5 minutes long, right? And even if you can create it, it's going to cost you $5 to $6 on other apps. So TalkingPhotos.ai makes it super duper easy to create them. So make sure you get the deal. Softwaredeal.io, it has all the sales we have currently running for the next 3 days only. So make sure you make use of that. So we're going to leave you here, and we're going to come back next week with another great training video on some new topic on how you can utilize AI to make money, okay? So Ali, any closing comments that you have there?
No, just happy New Year again. That's it.
Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. And once again, Happy New Year. Enjoy your holidays. I think in the US, there are 2-3 more days you can spend with your family. So enjoy that. And we'll be back stronger in 2026. And we are looking forward to serving you and implementing all the new features that you guys are going to be super excited about, okay? Take care, and we'll see you soon next week.